Hello. Hi, this is Alexa from Amazon Support. We have noticed some suspicious activity on your Amazon account where an order for an iPhone 11 Pro of $987 has been placed to be shipped in Birmingham, Alabama. No actions are required for successful delivery of your product. If you did not place this order, immediately call Amazon Billing and Fraud Protection Department on our toll-free helpline number that is 804.
This voicemail did not end up in my inbox, but my friend and fellow Scambaiter XP was the one that received this exact message on his virtual phone. He decided to call the number and managed to reverse the connection on one of the scammers and decided to try his luck by calling back and trying the same method on another machine in the call center. After this call was successful as well, he called back another 7 times and all of those 7 calls were successful as well, meaning he now had 9 connections in the same call center through social engineering. He decided to share the connections with me so that we could work together on this particular group of scammers. The first thing I always like to do once I get this connection is look up the IP address so that I can see where the scammers are. But as you can see in this call center, different computers at different IP addresses, so I ran a proxy detector to see which of the IP addresses was the real one. And after running the proxy detector, I could see that the 1031 was the real IP and the 115 was a proxy. So when we look up the 103 number, we can see the following. The scammers are based in the region of West Bengal, but the page doesn't show us the exact city they're in. One of them says Kolkata, the other one says Bankra and Siliguri, but at least we know they are in the east of India in the region of West Bengal like they usually are. And now let's move on to the scammers, their files. I divided the files of the 6 computers into 3 folders. First I'll show you guys the pictures, then the I-beam recordings, and then I'll show you all the text files. Let's just start with the pictures because that's the least interesting. So all these pictures are mostly things they use as background pictures. Nothing interesting except for one of the scammers having Taylor Swift bikini sexy photos in his picture folder, which is kind of weird. And then also one of the scammers having like a hacker thing. The Amazon picture, of course, because they're Amazon scammers. Another one that was on a different computer as well, another Amazon one. And then over here we have a capture. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. And then another unnamed. Let's see what this is. It's another random screenshot. So this is nothing interesting. And then over here we have I-beam recordings, 4 in total, and then that's from 2 different PCs that each had 2 recordings. So let's just see if that's not just by mistake. Let's see if there's actually anything on those recordings. Okay, this is a mistake, 1 second long. Let's see this one. Yep, another one 2 seconds, so that's another misclick probably. Yeah, another one that's 0 seconds long, so another misclick. And this one is also 0 seconds, so another misclick, so nothing interesting there. Okay, so now let's move on to the TXT files. I have a screenshot of all of the files on the screen, where all of the files have been sorted by color. It's too much to go through individually, but I'll just give you a rough estimate of what was in all of these text files. Okay, so the red colored files are all information on victims. I counted everything that was in these files. It were 13 victim full names, 2 addresses, 14 credit cards, including CVV, expiration date, etc. 39 phone numbers, 7 email addresses, 5 TeamViewer IDs including passwords, 8 AnyDesk IDs, and 2 passcodes to mobile phones. Then I'll show you the files that I didn't give a color because those files are a little bit different than the rest. For example, this one, you can see here as victim's name, her phone number, her address. Obviously it's going to be blurred, but this scammed this victim for $1,900 on $100 gift cards, so 19 $100 gift cards. And then we have this one, Ayan, that's the name of a scammer, I guess, an Indian name. And then the sale details for December, and this file was last modified on the 14th of December, so that means 2 weeks. First 2 weeks of December, the scammer made $3,726. We think that there is about 10 to 12 scammers in the call center, so that would mean $37,000 per 2 weeks in this call center. So every month they make about, let's say, $80,000, which is almost $1 million per year. And then the last one is the pitch, which is also kind of interesting. Hi, this is Kevin. Then about the iPhone. Did you place this order? Suspicious activity. Do you know anyone from Ohio? Someone is using your name Don't be worried. Okay, you can just pause the video if you want to read this. So yeah, don't be worried. Usually when you shop online, you use your computer or cell phone. So this is the moment they decide whether they want to scam the victim through computer or their cell phone. So let's just scroll down a little bit. He just, tells a little bit about himself, Kevin, whatever. His inbound number, you guys can call this, just harass him a little bit. Delivery has not been done yet, blah blah blah. And then this is like they use either AnyDesk or TeamViewer, which you guys might have noticed. And this is for AnyDesk. The script continues for AnyDesk on computer. So this is what they have to do when they are computer on AnyDesk to set a password for AnyDesk, and then TeamViewer Android. So if the victim has an Android phone, they use TeamViewer. This is their script for Android TeamViewer, and this is for iPhone TeamViewer, the script. So yeah, if you want to read that, then you can pause the video, but this is their script, which I thought was pretty interesting, that they have 3 different ways that the script can go. And then the green coded files, those are SIP keys for their calling device. So that's kind of like a license key, but it's not actually a real license. This is something they found on the internet, and they all use the same key to log into Xlite, the calling device they get calls with. And now that we have all this information on the scammers, the computers, whatever, I decided to watch what the scammers were doing. Obviously I had a lot of connections, so it was hard to look at them all at the same time. But the first scammer's computer that I opened was already in the midst of scamming someone, and I had to save this victim because the scammer had already stolen $100 from her, and he was busy trying to steal another, I don't know how much money, but probably around $2,000.
You will be receiving one of your an email. It will just take a time to reflect it into your account. So for that process we are working on that. And I'm so sorry to take this long time of yours, okay?
So basically this woman has been on the call with the scammer for about 2 hours, and how the scam works is they connect to the victim's PC and they pretend like they are purchasing gift cards for the victim, but actually they are purchasing gift cards from the victim's Amazon account, and they will steal the gift card codes and redeem them as quick as possible. I will have to blur everything that's going on here just to protect the victim's identity, but basically what the scammer is doing now is, while the victim is not on the phone with them anymore because I disconnected his line, which I will show on the screen now. But the scammer is still messing around on her Amazon account trying to purchase gift cards, and he actually managed to do so successfully because he had already done it before. He disables her screen, disables her input, and starts buying as many gift cards as he can. He manages to purchase 1 gift card and emails the gift card code to himself. So I couldn't see the gift card. I was hoping he would open it on her PC, but he was actually just sending it to himself so he could open it from another PC or anything. And I wanted to prevent the fact that they would get redeemed. So what I did was I took control over the scammer's computer and opened the email with the gift card code on the woman's computer. And then I filled it in and redeemed the gift card so that I could steal it from the scammers and could return it to the victim. So I called the victim a lot of times. She didn't pick up the phone, but she did turn off her computer because she probably felt like something was wrong. But before she turned off the computer, the scammer did do something that he probably does all the time because he did it very fast. He archived the orders, which basically hides the orders from your orders page on Amazon. And I guess this is what they do to all the victims, just to make them forget about that they got scammed, or just to hide the fact that they got scammed. But after 30 minutes of just calling the victim with different numbers, she finally picked up the phone, and I will just show you guys a little clip of me telling her that it is a scam.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Am I speaking to Pamela?
Yes.
Do you know the guys that you were just speaking to are scammers, or?
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. My husband's going to have a fit because he was sitting here saying this. I don't ever hardly give out information, but I got a phone call saying they were Amazon, and they think it was a fraudulent charge.
Okay, so you have 2 charges on your bank for how much money?
Yeah, one was for $449, and the other was for $374.
Did they also try to send money from your bank, like wire transfer or anything, or?
No, it just shows that, and I was even questioning him. I'm like, why? He says, we're refunding this money. So he wasn't answering. I kept saying his name. He wasn't answering. So I just decided to go on my bank and look, and that's when you called. But I saw those two charges, and I was in the middle of getting ready to call my bank to see if they can stop it.
So then the woman told me she was going to call her bank, she was going to call Amazon to see if she could get the money back or what we could do. So, because I still had $100 of her in my Amazon account because I redeemed the gift card, I had to get that back to her as well. But unfortunately, I cannot get in contact with her. I sent her an email and I called her a few times, left her some voicemails. So let's just hope that she will get back to me and I can get the money back to her. If you guys know any way for me to get this money back from my Amazon into her Amazon account or kind of refund the gift card, whatever, just leave it in the comments because I'm not sure what the best way to do that would be. And now let's listen to the scammer's reaction to losing out on all this money.
अर्को पनि कनेक्ट भएको मादर चोत त्यसले अघि कोहीलाई फोन गरेछ तल्लोपट्टिको कोन चाहिँ अझै उयो हो त्यसलाई कल गरेछ जहाँ ठाउँ अब त्यसले कनेक्ट गर्दैछ जहाँ बोलाउने कल काट्यो नि त मेरोमा आइडी पासवर्डै छैन त्यसको.
I have no idea what language that is and what he was saying, but if any of you guys speak that language, then please let me know the translation of what he was saying in the comments. While watching the scammers, I also found another PC scamming a different victim. This time I could follow the whole process and the initial connection part of the scam. Nothing interesting happened besides the fact that the scammers use Xlite to pick up the calls, but then they tell the victim that they're gonna switch to a better line and call them back from text now, and text now allows them to message the victims, etc. So I think that's why they use text now to call them back. This time the scammer used TeamViewer to connect to the victim's computer, which is something that I've been seeing a lot recently, is scammers using the Google Chrome extension for TeamViewer, because TeamViewer did update that the free version of the app does not have the scamming features anymore, like blocking the input or blanking out the screen. But TeamViewer forgot to update the Google Chrome version of the app, so now all of the scammers use the Google Chrome version of the app because that still includes all the functions they need to scam people successfully. But now let's go to the part where the scammer gets connected to the victim and I'll show you guys how their scam works.
Okay, so now just open up your Amazon on your computer. Ma'am, that should be like related. You remember your Amazon ID and the password, right? You need to put down the same Amazon ID and the password. Okay, so now just wait for a second. Let me secure everything. And you have a Yahoo email, right? And do you remember the password of your email? Okay. So how do you check your email, ma'am? How do you check your email?
The scammer wants the victim to log into her email so that he can send the gift cards to her email and he can steal the gift codes. After she opens her email, he goes back to the Amazon page, and unfortunately this woman had ordered something the day before that she was in this scam, and so the scammer uses that to distract her, and then after he distracts her, he actually goes to the Amazon gift card page and orders a gift card for $50.
We will be providing you one of our gift card just to secure up your Amazon account and just to verify that this account belongs to you. Okay, so now just wait for a second. Let me check each and every details. What will be the possible way to provide you the refund?
The scammer then orders the gift card to her email and he makes her fill out her credit card information. I'm not sure how people fall for this. I mean, you can see the scammer ordering the gift card from your credit card, but still the victims think that somehow this is gonna give them a gift card, even though you can clearly see that you are purchasing a gift card. After he purchases his gift card, he waits for the email, which can take up to 5 minutes, but before the scammer can even get to her email or get to the gift card, I called the woman to let her know that it is a scam, but the woman was not picking up my call because the scammer told her the following.
Yes, that is the hacker one, ma'am. The hacker. Yes, that is, ma'am, because the hackers is also walking onto your into your like an Amazon account. That is the reason you are facing this kind of problem.
What you see now is the text messages I sent to her cell phone, because I also found her cell phone number. I reverse looked up the phone number that I had and her name, and I could find all of her details. I was calling her cell phone, her husband, I was calling everyone to try to contact her, but she didn't pick up, she didn't respond to anything, and the scammer was close to redeeming the gift card. So I had to step in a different way. I used a booter panel which takes down the call center's internet, and this booter panel is paid for by the support of my patrons. So I just want to do a quick shout out to all of my patrons that support the channel financially. After taking down the scammer's internet, he wasn't on the call with the victim anymore, and I kept calling and calling and calling and calling, and after about 30 to 40 calls with the scammers being offline for 10 minutes, she finally picked up my call. Not only did she pick up the call because I was spamming her with calls and spamming her with text messages, also because I took the TeamViewer ID and the password from the scammer's computer to log into her computer while the scammers were offline, and I opened a notepad file, which is what you can see on the screen now, and I typed a message out for her so that she would respond to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you're speaking with James Boiler, okay? I'm the one connected to your computer right now.
Why are you connected to my computer?
Well, the guys you are I'm just trying to warn you, the guys you are just speaking to are scammers from India, and they're trying to steal money from you. They're trying to purchase Amazon gift cards with your credit card from your computer.
So what am I supposed to do now?
So the victim clearly didn't understand what was going on. She even thought that I was a scammer. I had to convince her for about 10 minutes that I wasn't a scammer, and she even got a little bit mad when I told her that they were trying to purchase gift cards. She was fully convinced that they were gonna give her the gift cards and not purchase them.
You calling me from Amazon?
No, I'm just a YouTuber, and I investigate scammers from India. I investigate their operations, and I could see them trying to scam you, so I'm just trying to intervene this scam, okay?
Well, I was talking to someone from Amazon and got disconnected.
Well, that guy is not actually from Amazon. It's a scammer. He's calling from India, and he's actually not from Amazon. He's from some kind of bogus company. He's in a call center somewhere in Kolkata in the east of India near Bangladesh.
Well, he just helped me set up my, because Amazon, when it was Amazon notified me that someone had bought something under my Amazon account and was sending it to Indiana.
Yeah, well, that's a fake notification. That's a notification they made up so people call them and then they can pretend like that happened, but it actually didn't happen, and then they try to steal.
Okay, I hate to say this, but how do I know you're not a scammer?
Like, you have to just trust me that I'm the good guy. I'm just trying to help you. I'm not trying to take your money. I'm not trying to make you log into your bank or make you fill out your credit card information, make you fill out your social security number like the other guy was making you do. They're finally convincing the victim that I was not the scammer, and I explained to her how everything works, and I still felt like she didn't really understand, but I told her that I intervened the scam and that they didn't steal any money from her. She said she was going to call her bank and call Amazon, whatever, to see if any purchases went through or if she lost any money.
All right, I'm going to call my bank and see what they say.
All right. If you need any more help, you can just text me on this number or call me on this number. I don't know if I'll pick up. If I don't pick up, you can just send me a text and I'll try to help you out. I'm just going to disconnect from your computer now, so you can just do whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to disconnect from my computer.
Okay, well, good luck calling your bank, and if you need any help, you can text me, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. I had watched the scammer for about a week, and every time they got close to scamming people, I prevented the scam. Took a lot of time, but that's what I like to do. We haven't yet got the chance to destroy the call center, but maybe if you're watching this video, that already happened. And if not, it will happen in the near future, and I will probably make a video on that destruction. I know you guys love to see the destruction, so just to compensate you, I have a clip running on the screen right now of us destroying a scammer that found out about our rats. It was a pretty useless computer, and the scammer found out that we ratted his computer, so he tried to reset it, and we ran the Memz Trojan on his computer. So yeah, that computer got destroyed. It's a little compensation for not destroying anyone today, but I hope you guys still enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you don't want to miss the content, for example destroying this call center with the 9 computers, then make sure you subscribe. Let's try to hit 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If you want to support my channel financially, for example for the booter panel that was used in this video, or my VPN, whatever, you can check out my Patreon in the description. You can become a patron for $3 or more. Then I hope you guys have a nice day, nice weekend whenever you're watching. See you in the next one.